Hi everyone, Vince here. Hope you're all doing well. I had a viewer send in two Game Gears to be recapped. I already did one of them. This one's ready to go, so I have that one to the side. Figured I'd show one of them on camera. And yeah, so the viewer name was Josh. He ordered through the website. I was having some technical difficulties, but he was very patient about it, so I appreciate that. I do have those issues corrected, so if anyone would like to get a Game Gear recapped, you can go on my website, boomerelectronics.com, which will be linked in the description, and I can get you set up there with that if you're interested. So this one I've already unscrewed it. I will go ahead and show what it's doing on camera. I do like to test these before I get into them. So this one does power on. And if you look very closely, see if I can get it on camera. Yeah, you can kind of make out the title screen there. So the game is playing, but extraordinarily dim and no audio. Typical for these. Yeah, basically need to recap them to get that fixed. I'll just show the inside of it really quickly. Let me actually pause and turn my light on. Okay, that's a little better. So yeah, if you look down at some of the capacitors there, like C5 here, you can see corrosion there. You can see some corrosion got on this resistor R4 there, so I'll have to clean that up too. So yeah, then on the main board, kind of the same story. A lot of the electrolyte capacitors have started leaking on the board. So yeah, a little bit of a mess I'll have to clean up. Not too bad though for one of these. Before I go under the microscope, I figured it might be beneficial to show a couple of things to kind of prep the capacitors for removal and replacement. Don't really have to do anything special to the power board, they're just standard through-hole capacitors there. The main board, these are through-hole capacitors that are just laying flat on the board and glued down. So if you're trying to replace these, what you should do is get something like a pair of needle nose pliers, grab it, gently wiggle it back and forth until you break the glue. This one, yeah, it looks like the glue broke on that one. So yeah, I'll just go through all of them and do that. It's going to make removal a lot easier. And with the audio board, I use the twist off method to remove all the old capacitors. I have a video up from several years ago showing that I do this. I've been doing it ever since. It's by far my preferred method. I've never had a problem with it. You just have to be careful. I'll show an example on camera here. Just slowly twist it. Then you just slowly increase the twist. Eventually, both the legs will just snap off. Yeah, and you can see all the corrosion under it. That's my personal experience with it. I've never had an issue. If you rip a pad doing that, don't blame me, basically. I'm not responsible. Just giving you my personal tips and experiences. So yeah, with all that said, I'm going to get this under the microscope and start the recap process. Alright, we're back. Got this partially reassembled here for testing. As you may have noticed, there was quite a bit of electrolytic fluid on the motherboard and audio boards in particular. So it did take quite a while to get that recapped and all cleaned up. Alright, so let me get my test cartridge here, put it in, and we'll see what we're dealing with now. Okay, so display looks good. Audio also sounds good. Turn it down a little. Also, there's no static or anything when I'm adjusting the audio, so that's all cleaned out well now. The contrast knob also adjusts smoothly. Just make sure the buttons are all working here. Okay, so start's working. Down, up, right, left, those are all working. One's working, shooting bubbles. I think two's working. Yeah, so two is also working. And then yeah, start we already know works. Okay, and yeah, so I mean I'll test this more off camera, but looks like this one's good to go along with the other one. So I'll get these shipped back to Josh tomorrow. And yeah, if you're interested in getting a Game Gear recap, you can check out my website. I have the recap service on sale until the end of this month, at the end of November. And if you have any questions or concerns or comments, just leave one in the comments and I'll get back to you. Take care.